The internet didn't just react to this one, it convulsed. Because when Candace Owens dropped her latest cryptic claim about Erika Kirk, it wasn't loud, it wasn't reckless, and it definitely wasn't accidental. It was precise. Chillingly precise. And within minutes, one phrase began echoing across every platform, like a siren no one could shut off. 8 weeks. Not recently. Not lately. 8 weeks. Exactly. And that specificity is what sent people into full-blown panic mode. Screenshots exploded. Clips were slowed down, zoomed in, replayed 1,000 times. Candace's tone alone had people shaking. No laughter. No exaggeration. Just a calm, almost surgical delivery that felt like it came from someone who already knew the ending. And the scariest part. She never denied a thing. She never clarified. She never walked it back. She let the internet do what it does best, tear the timeline apart piece by piece. Suddenly, Erika's last 2 months didn't look normal anymore. The oversized outfits. The cancelled appearances. The sudden refusal to do live interviews. The awkward camera angles. The silence where there used to be confidence. People started counting backward. 8 weeks landed perfectly on moments everyone had ignored at the time. Moments that now feel like warning signs. Fans who once defended Erika are going quiet. Critics are getting louder. And insiders are whispering that Candace didn't guess, she knew. The question now isn't whether the internet believes it. The question is why this was hidden, and who Erika was most afraid of finding out. Because if this is true, everything is about to change. The moment Candace Owens let that single phrase slip, the internet stopped treating this like gossip and started treating it like a countdown. 8 weeks wasn't just a number. It was a timestamp. And once people realized that, everything Erika Kirk had done over the last 2 months came back into focus with terrifying clarity. What once looked like coincidence now felt coordinated. What once felt like exhaustion now looked like concealment. And what once felt like silence now screamed strategy. It didn't start with Candace. That's the part people keep missing. Long before her comments went viral, there had already been quiet murmurs in corners of the internet that don't usually miss patterns. Fans noticed Erika pulling back from her usual schedule. She stopped doing spontaneous live appearances. She leaned hard into pre-recorded content. When she did show up in public, the styling changed overnight. Structured outfits disappeared. Form-fitting looks were replaced with loose silhouettes, oversized blazers, flowing fabrics that hid more than they revealed. At first, supporters chalked it up to stress. After everything she'd been through, who wouldn't want to retreat? But then came the cancellations. 2 speaking engagements quietly removed from her calendar with no explanation. A podcast appearance teased for weeks suddenly vanished. A charity event she had personally promoted was abruptly rescheduled indefinitely. No apologies. No follow-up. Just gone. That's when people started asking questions. Not loudly. Not yet. Just enough to feel the shift. Then came the interview that now feels like the turning point. At the time, it barely registered. But rewatching it now is unsettling. Erika sits stiff, barely moving. Her hands remain folded across her midsection, almost the entire time. She laughs, but it doesn't reach her eyes. When the interviewer asks about future plans, she pauses too long. The edit jumps. Her answer feels clipped, rehearsed, unfinished. She changes the subject abruptly. Back then, viewers called it nerves. Now they are calling it panic. Insiders began whispering that Erika had started asking for very specific accommodations behind the scenes. No close-up shots. No live QA. No spontaneous questions. Camera angles approved in advance. One production assistant allegedly told a friend, "It felt like we were protecting something, but no one would say what." That comment resurfaced the night Candace's clip went viral, and suddenly it wasn't just rumor anymore. It was context. When Candace finally spoke, she didn't accuse. She insinuated. That's what made it lethal. She framed her comments as observations, as concerns, as dots that others should connect themselves. And the internet did exactly that. Within hours, timelines were built. Side-by-side comparisons of Erika's appearances from 9 weeks ago versus now flooded social media. Fans counted days. They circled dates. They pointed out that 8 weeks ago was the exact moment Erika vanished from a previously scheduled live event and never explained why. Then came the alleged leak that pushed everything over the edge. A message posted anonymously on a small gossip forum claimed someone close to Erika had been helping manage a situation, and that timing was everything. The post was vague, but when asked directly if it aligned with the 8-week speculation, the poster replied with a single word, yes. No elaboration. No denial. Just confirmation enough to fuel the fire. From there, the emotional tone shifted. This wasn't just curiosity anymore. It was obsession. People started digging into Erika's social media with forensic intensity. Captions that once seemed inspirational now felt cryptic. Quotes about protecting what matters and silence being necessary were reposted everywhere with ominous music layered underneath. A video from 7 weeks ago where Erika briefly adjusts her jacket mid-sentence went viral with millions of views, slowed down, zoomed in, analyzed frame by frame. What made it worse was Erika's response, or lack of one. No statement. No clarification. No denial. Her team released a generic line about respecting privacy, which only made things louder. Because in the world of viral speculation, privacy reads like confirmation. Silence reads like guilt. And every hour without a response made Candace's implication feel heavier. Behind the scenes, insiders claimed tension was rising fast. One source alleged that Erika had been warned this rumor was coming weeks ago, that someone had urged her to get ahead of it, and she refused. Why? That's where the story turns darker. Because according to multiple whispers, Erika wasn't just worried about the public reaction. She was worried about one specific person finding out. Someone whose discovery would change everything. That detail shifted the narrative completely. This wasn't about image management anymore. This was about fear. Fans began asking who had the power to terrify her more than the internet. A partner. A family member. A political ally. Someone with influence. Theories exploded, each darker than the last. And then a new clip surfaced. Grainy backstage footage from an event 8 weeks ago. Erika is seen stepping off stage, breathing fast, phone pressed to her ear. She shakes her head repeatedly. Her voice is faint but audible. Not yet, she says. I can't do this yet. The clip ends abruptly. No context. No explanation. But the timing matched too perfectly to ignore. By the end of the night, the internet had decided something was being hidden. Whether the rumor was true or not almost became secondary. What mattered was the behavior, the secrecy, the coordinated retreat from visibility. Candace Owens hadn't just dropped a claim. She had forced the spotlight onto a timeline Erika clearly didn't want examined. And as the pressure mounted, one chilling realization set in across every platform. If this really is only 8 weeks in, then the story is far from over. Because secrets this tightly guarded don't stay buried forever. Then came the alleged voice memo. It surfaced on TikTok first, posted by an account that had previously leaked accurate behind-the-scenes details from unrelated scandals. The audio was distorted, but the urgency cut through the static. A woman, described by the poster as someone close, sounded breathless, panicked, on the edge of tears. She talked about Erika spiraling, about her being terrified of a specific reaction, about how, if the wrong person finds out now, it blows up everything. The clip ended abruptly, like someone realized they were saying too much. No names were said. No direct claims were made. But the timing was unmistakable. 8 weeks came up again, not as a diagnosis, not as confirmation, but as a deadline. She keeps saying she needs time, the voice said. Just 8 weeks. That's all she keeps repeating. That line alone set the internet on fire. From there, people started connecting dots they hadn't even noticed before. A security clip from an event exactly 8 weeks prior resurfaced. Erika is seen backstage, arguing in hushed tones with someone off camera. Her posture is defensive. At one point, she places her hand protectively over her midsection, not dramatically, not performatively, but instinctively. The kind of unconscious movement people don't think about until later. The clip lasts less than 15 seconds, but it spread faster than anything else that day. And then the audio enhancement crowd got involved. When users boosted the background sound, a faint sentence emerged that froze everyone. "I can't let this get out yet." The clip cuts off immediately after. No explanation. No follow-up. Just that one sentence hanging in the air like a threat. At that point, even skeptics started wavering. Because too many things were lining up. The behavioral changes. The cancelled appearances. The guarded interviews. The silence. The accommodations. The fear. This wasn't someone casually ignoring gossip. This was someone actively managing exposure. What made it worse was Candace Owens' complete refusal to step back in. She didn't clarify. She didn't deny. She didn't say, "That's not what I meant." Instead, she liked a tweet that read, "It's never the secret that hurts, it's who you kept it from." That single like triggered a second explosion. Because now the conversation shifted from what might be happening to who Erika was hiding it from. Speculation turned vicious. Was it a partner who didn't know? A family member who would never forgive her? A political ally whose image depended on her narrative? Someone powerful enough that their reaction mattered more than public opinion? Theories multiplied by the minute, each darker than the last. And Erika's silence only made them louder. Behind the scenes, alleged reports claimed her team was in full damage control mode. Comment sections locked. Tags restricted. Older posts quietly archived. Interviews postponed until further notice. One media outlet reportedly reached out for comment and was told, "She's not ready to address personal matters at this time." That phrase became a meme within hours. Because nothing felt personal anymore. It felt strategic. Then came the journalist thread that pushed the story into overdrive. A well-known reporter claimed to have received an anonymous tip involving altered schedules, NDAs signed under urgency, and a private medical visit exactly 8 weeks ago. The journalist didn't name Erika. Didn't mention Candace. Didn't say pregnancy. But the internet filled in the blanks instantly. Screenshots of Erika's calendar from that period were already circulating. One unexplained day off. One sudden disappearance. One exhaustion excuse that no one questioned at the time. Now they were questioning everything. And just when it felt like the chaos couldn't escalate any further, a new figure entered the narrative. Someone who had stayed silent until now, Someone whose proximity to Erika made their words radioactive. They posted 3 words and nothing else. I warned her. No punctuation. No explanation. The post stayed up for exactly 9 minutes before being deleted. Long enough for the screenshots to spread everywhere. That's when the tone of the internet changed again. This wasn't speculation for fun anymore. This was people realizing there may have been choices made, warnings ignored, consequences approaching. The 8-week rumor wasn't just about timing. It was about a decision point. A moment Erika allegedly hoped would pass quietly. A moment Candace Owens just dragged into the spotlight. And the most unsettling part. Multiple insiders were now whispering the same thing. Candace wasn't guessing. She wasn't fishing. She was waiting. Waiting for the internet to catch up to something she already knew. As the pressure built and Erika remained silent, one final message began circulating in private group chats. A message that would flip the story completely. According to those who saw it, it ended with a sentence that made everyone go cold. If he finds out now, everything changes. And with that, the question stopped being true, and became what happens when the truth reaches the wrong person. If you've made it this far, understand something important. This isn't just another trending rumor that disappears in 48 hours. This is one of those moments where silence, timing, and power collide, and the outcome depends on whether people keep paying attention, or let the narrative get buried. Stories like this don't fade because they are false, they fade because the audience moves on too fast. And that's where you come in. When you like this video, you're pushing it into spaces where questions still haven't been answered. When you comment, you're adding pressure that forces responses, clarifications, and accountability. And when you subscribe, you're making sure you don't miss the moment this story shifts again, because it will. Drop your theories below. Who do you think Erika is afraid of finding out? Do you believe Candace is holding back receipts? Or do you think the real explosion hasn't even been triggered yet? Every perspective matters right now, because the internet is actively shaping how this unfolds. Turn notifications on, because the next update won't come with a warning. It'll come suddenly, emotionally, and publicly, and the people who stay connected will see it first. Don't let this become another story rewritten after the fact. Stay locked in. Stay questioning. Stay watching. Because the next chapter isn't going to ask for attention, it's going to demand it.